guys, welcome. How's everybody doing? Thanks for sticking with it. Be starting at 9. It is now 9:22. Tech difficulties. Every single time I do a show like a class like this, a church service like this, it is without that my computer system or my internet or even my phone will randomly be attacked. So, look at this. Okay, anti expired, blah, 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 blah. Look at this. This is ridiculous. All right, so we're going to give this a second for a few people to tune in. And if you guys could give me a thumbs up, let me know that you can hear me and see me all right. Here on TikTok, you people here, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know I'm okay. Here on YouTube also, somebody could give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear me and see me all right. And then I'll go ahead to it in just a minute here. A couple quick announcements before we start. I am going to be at Margin Manor Winery this Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. offering reading for 15 minutes along with 5 of my certified light workers from the Ivy League Psychic Academy. So we are taking walk-ins, also starting to book up pretty quickly. You guys can come out, see hauntingly beautiful, charming manor. The winery she's got quite a lot of land and orchards out there. It's also right on the waterfront. So come, I'll be offering psychic mediumship again, 1 to 4 p.m. If you want to pre-book a spot instead of trying to wing it and come in for a walk-in. This is in Appleton, New York. Ivy Rivera, psychicmedium.com. The website is above or below, depending where you're tuning in. Okay, good. We've got that as a pop-up on the Marade. All right, also, my symbology book, I am quickly as I can. For those of you who've been following me for a while, you know I'm obsessed with symbology. And if you enjoyed my videos, especially on TikTok, about body symbology, things like that, this book is going to be for you. So if you want to get on the early bird list, you can check there in the comment section or here popping up on the screen. You're going to go to my Ivy Rivera at Yahoo, and you're going to let us know you want to be on the list. Book. It is going to include all 4 hours that I give to my psychic mediums, ranging from animal totems to colors to biology, and much, much more. So I'm super excited about that. Also, membership course, if you missed the last one, starts September 12th. I'm running the raffle again. So if you want to get your tickets to enter, you can win a free psychic course, $2,100 value. Super exciting. Also up on the website. All right, looks like tuned in here on TikTok and on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is a pop-up live. I rarely do these, but there has been so much going on this past week. So many similarities, patterns between us. I felt like I knew this. So tonight we are talking about why horrible nightmares this week. I'm Ivy Rivera, psychic medium, Taino Airwalk. I will be taking your questions and comments. Appreciated. If you guys could go give this video a thumbs up right now, subscribe, and if you want to join on YouTube at Ask Ivy, hit that join button to see the 3 different tiers of memberships. At the end of this, I'll be taking all the questions and some of the comments as well. Okay, Marade, our producer will be popping those up on the screen for us. And if you guys have any trouble, TikTok at Ask Ivy, switch over to YouTube at Ask Ivy and vice versa. Okay. So what I wanted to talk about is the last week. Everyone seems to be having horrible nightmares, night terrors, and paranormal activity, dark, very dark, some of it even in your bedroom. at night. What the heck is going on? Now, person who about your dreams, maybe you went to work and you mentioned this, that, oh God, I had a horror, I had these nightmares. And everyone you mentioned it to also had almost identical. So, one of the things I believe is going on right now is a jack on everyone to exhaust us, to wipe us out for a long time since the awakening in 2019, which is going to be 25, how we are in the last part of the Hopi Prophecy, which means that those that have been feeding the dark or are, on the board, they're going to be falling into darkness. The Hopi Prophecy, those that are detached from spirit, have chosen repeatedly to stay detached from spirit, are going to fall into mental illness and essentially able to return to normalcy. And I've been saying we have to let people go. We have to let people drop choices that they have made. However, if any of you tuning in have been teetering, the attacks that we've seen the last week could be just the thing to get you to fall into. That's what lower level energy in the universe wants, because you are a food source. You are energy. So we have to stay strong and we have to be prepared, especially at night, through lucid dreaming and additional protection to make sure that we understand we're at our most during our sacred rest time. During our sleep, the veil is lifted between the. We have very little control over what's happening. If you want to learn more about lucid dreaming and how to get control over your dream state, check out my dreams class up on my website. Now, what we're going to be talking about here tonight are themes that I've seen people have with these night terrors, these nightmares, or visitations. And the first one is demonic in the bedroom. Normally, I say to you guys, if you come to me and you say, oh, I had this horrible dream, it felt so real, I was being attacked by something, chest, you may say that something was like tearing or grabbing it, something demonic in the room, staring at you, smirking at you. Sometimes we just have being attacked by others. And often in those dreams, when you face demon or these people that are attacking you, the face can turn into your own face. And even if it doesn't, I usually tell you the same thing. A dream like that tip that you are battling your own inner demon. You're battling yourself. The attack you. But this week, that is not the case. This was outside sources coming at you again and to try to make you teeter into dark. If you have made any mistakes this week, whether it's drinking, drug use, bad lashing out at people, being irrational, I would highly recommend you spend some time alone with your guides and your ancestors and you get yourself in check quickly. Because once you going down that spiral, it's very hard to pick yourself up. Rut. Okay. So it carries on very quickly in the wrong direction. So, number one, in the bedroom, lower level energies in the bedroom, staring at you, threatening you. For most people who've had this past week, right before the 4th of July. So I want to say, what was it? Like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday was really bad, but it was mostly like Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It was progressive. A few people are still having it even after the 4th of July, leading up last night. And I think that, fear, it gets worse. So if you have a reaction to it where you're not taking your power back, but you're giving it more power, it's going to not only continue to happen, it's going to increase. Who have it coming and going and coming and going until you're to a point where you're terrified to even fall asleep to get it in check. All right. So check out again my dreams class up on the website, nightmares, how to get the upper hand. We have to know how to do this all the time anyways, because these attacks in a lifetime. This isn't just because of the awakening. So lifelong skill that you need to learn. All right, so let's look at number 2. Again, if we are talking about why it is that we have been having horrible nightmares all. And I am taking your questions and comments at the end. I appreciate you. A thumbs up. Donations are appreciated. Please subscribe. All right, so category number 3, themes that I have been seeing with everyone this past week. This one, possibly worse than feeling like you have a demon in your room. The dreams have been about those closest to you, your sister, your your spouse, your parents, people, those you're closest to, people you trust, people you believe. In the dream, they are attacking you, they're you, they're degrading you, they have broken your trust, you're seeing their true colors come out, and you're waking up feeling absolutely horrible about the situation. Like, if I can't trust this person, who can I? A lot of people are waking up and are paranoid, and they're thinking, oh my God, is this really going to happen? Not necessarily. I think for the majority of us, those people are not going to betray you. Those people are, not horrible things about you, even if the dream was shocking. I don't think it's a warning. Is an attack from negative paranormal energies to rattle your faith in other people, your faith in your own. Knows if somebody's going to betray you or if they're really a horrible person. You may be ignoring red flags, but So don't fall for this. It's disturbing to watch everybody like wake up and be like, oh my God, I'm not even going back to sleep. I could go back to sleep, but I'm not even going to bother. I can't revisit this. So we're exhausted this week, right? And that makes us more susceptible to making poor choices, having higher aggression levels, being more reactionary, more disconnected from spirit. So slope. But waking up from the dream where those that are closest to you, trust and look up to, have betrayed you, are dark and evil in some way, leaving you to feel as though you're lonely, depressed, or anxious. So if you woke up from any of your dreams this past week feeling like it's the day, you don't want to get out of bed, wake up terribly depressed, a feeling of loneliness, a lot of us, is something fairly uncommon. I've got Gemini, sun, moon, rising, and in like 4 or 5, I don't typically get lonely. I had horrible dreams this week that left me feeling utterly alone and on an island. To understand that when we are feeling out of character, we could be on kind of attack. This is, again, I just want to reiterate, 99.9% of the time, this is not something that's going to happen. This is a premonition, a prophecy that you're having about someone going dark, as much as it is an attack, trust and confidence in yourself and in the relationships that are really important for connected to your community. Okay, so preserve that. Let's talk about 3. All right, and I want you guys to post in the comments section, please, if you have any of these. Number 1, demonic activity in your room. Number 2, horrible nightmares to you are betraying you. Right? Or number 3, this is about failure. This is an attack on your. It's an attack on your ability to have faith, blind faith, that situations that are going on in your life are going to work out okay. It's destroying your sense of safety, stability, an ability rooted and grounded at this time. For those of us who've been fighting through some circumstances and using law of attraction and positivity and letting go, letting God, and all of this, rattled you to the core, to have it shoved in your face that every single failure, your worst, going to come true, and it's right around the bend. None of this shit's going to happen either. I really don't believe 0.9% of the time we're going to walk out of this okay. But the attack is very, and so this sense that you would have waking up out of those is that you are hopeless, incompetent, anxiety, waiting for the other shoe to fall, in a lot of grave danger or trouble, financially, physically, with your, even with maybe your children or the relationship, maybe your mortgage or your home, whatever it is, your work, your job, your career, that everything is fall apart, and it's causing a lot of depression. Some of the other things that we may be seeing in real time. So in your waking hours, some of the other attacks that have been going on, this breakups, divorces, seeing someone's true colors, the mask comes off. If you're surrounded by people who are doing you dirty behind your back, you may have discovered it. It may have leaked out this past week. Again, this is a situation, the curls are fighting me. This is again, where I have been telling you guys since 2019, has kicked in. Those that are choosing to feed the dark repeatedly, we're going to see more and more way up to 2025. You got to let them fall. Now, those are hard hits to take. Someone you loved, you cared for, you've had around for a while. Those breakups, those moments, those boundaries, cutting people off is something you have to do for self-preservation. Don't let it infect you, because that type of negativity, toxicity, paranoia is absolutely contagious, and it can lead to all kinds of things for you, like paranormal attachment or possession. You basically turn up the situation they're in eventually. Okay. We have also seen mass murders. I won't get into all the horrific things. For those of you tuning in from America, it's not like we don't see this. But mass murders have been on an incline, just absolutely terrible, out of control, and have a sense of fear and anxiety when you're having to be around other people, like something terrible is going to happen because you're picking up on all their negativity, or in front of the computer, you're on social media, you're having to deal with people through technology. Okay. Well, because if we become fearful, all for it, we buy it, we think it's real, then we are feeding it with. If you guys have never seen, there's a Disney movie, Monsters Inc. Has anyone seen this? Okay. In Monsters Inc., they and then they bottle the fear, and it provides the entire city with electricity and fuel to keep their lives going. That's exactly what's happening here, right? As our energy, we expel energy, we radiate energy. It is a food source for negative entities of that. If you feed it with fear, it's even stronger. So what's the point? Well, it's to get right. It's also to weaken you. If you guys have ever seen my Hauntings, Clearings, and Detachments class, watch my free classes here on YouTube on attachments and possession and things like this. Breaking process that toxic, negative, lower energies in the universe to exhaust you so that they can latch on, so that they can siphon that energy out of you, possibly even becoming a possession. So that's the point. Okay. It's also number to prevent you from doing light work, to prevent you from succeeding, to prevent you from going out into the world and healing others or healing yourself. That is is to prevent progression in a time of revolution. We are in. We have to get trained and educated in how to protect ourselves now. It's only going to be increasing for the next few years. So, the worst of these nightmares and attacks this past week are the healers and the light workers. And I would love to hear from you. Hopefully, this makes you feel a little bit better and a little less lonely and depressed and anxious, because that type dragging, lugging with us all day is not helping anything. Okay. So I just, I'm saying a little prayer over everybody down today. And when you leave here, feel better about it. Make sure you're talking with people that you trust, other like minded people, other old souls, other light work. To keep your energy uplifted and do something really nice to treat yourself. Okay, maybe go to the beach, take a day off, whatever you need to do. All right, but try to recoup in positivity. All right, do we have any questions or comments you could pop up here for us? All right, so Shauna Flint says, this week I've noticed I'm not sleeping well. During the day, I feel very tired and very heavy. So I try to remember to find the higher ground to block out what's not best. Okay, so not sleeping. Thank you for mentioning that, Shauna. Sometimes when we wake up and we say, I didn't dream, or we wake up and we say, like, I'm not sleeping well, or, we just were exhausted. We were busy all night long. This is probably some type of an on that you're delivering out, because we do feel so vulnerable and threatened. It's kind of like fight or flight response. And in the dreams class, again, I talk about blocked dreaming or feeling as though you're getting no rest. So we probably are sleeping, but it's horrible. And we don't even want to go back, even if we are absolutely exhausted. Okay, do we have any more? Jill says, I love Monsters, Inc. Yes, 100%. That movie is so accurate. Oh, sorry. We have another one popped up. Alrighty, Maraid. Thank you. Paula Farmalocano. Hi, Ivy. Hi, Paula. Thanks for tuning in. Off topic. How do you keep yourself grounded? Struggling with keeping myself balanced between the material and the spirit world. Thank you in advance. I think important is that we stop seeing the worlds as separate. Really just one thing. There is no spirit world. You are energy, you are spirit, you're having a spiritual experience. There is no such thing as the spirit world. If we were to say that between the spirit world that you are more in one, you're more in the spirit part. The material world is just something you give attention to when you choose to. So from a more honest perspective, as far as how much you should be entered material world, not a ton. I do not live much of my life in the world. I don't know who's around me. I don't know who's calling me. I keep emotions off. I don't deal with people. I don't deal with situations. I literally I'm in a bubble, like I'm in a tunnel. I deal with things from the world as I am called to do nothing extra. If you feel that you are spending time and energy out there into the world and dealing with other people's energy and absorbing other people's, I would start with a class called Awareness up on my website. That will teach you how to block it out, stay rooted and grounded. Also, if energy is coming in, how to expel it properly. We have another one. All right. Thank you so much, Maraid, also for putting empathic in the comment feed. If you guys just want to click on that, you can see it. Jill Marie says, my daughter and I, nightmares, we both had to stop this week, and I had attacks in and outside. We are filling the house with light and protecting the spaces and ourselves. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. And Jill, brings up such a good point that when something like happening, I always say that toxic energy, whether it be from another person or normal, whatever, right? Toxic energy is like gum on the bottom of your shoe. You got rid of it, you had a great day, you moved it out, you're not even thinking about it. And then it's like whack-a-mole. It's back. And you're like, are you kidding me? How is this still on the bottom of my shoe? I think that during a week like this, where there's been so many repeats, we didn't just have like a bad night of sleep. I mean, we're talking like we're going on like 4 days at this point. Okay. Most of us, you would be very wise to like what Jill did, cleanse your house, put up chimes. There's no time like the present, keeping chimes all around your house. It's beautiful in the summer wind. Making sure that your space. I have a free class here on YouTube called How to Cleanse Your House or Your Space, something like that, in the mini class playlist. And what Jill said about more fun, like inviting over fun, positive people, laughing a lot, classical music, all of these things can liven the energy and put it back in check where you want it. Excellent. Do we have any more comments or questions? All right, you guys, I hope this helped. Glad I'm not the only one. I'm sure you're not the only one. This is a normal part of the process that I've been talking about, but it will get uglier, intense. The best thing you could do is to get educated and maintain protection for yourself. Don't wait until bad next time. Okay. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you, Mairead, for producing. Thank you